Welcome to Alaya, a place to connect. Kan das nek du schon vinna, leto snakiano so, vignette kosam vachan de sho kacha, libra to kyucho duan kashaite veno ka city, vento kan sai ti veno kletsai, vina koshari meka do, bakanya si ho ha. Ishla kashando avresh na pusha karia no koso. Life is. Life in the moment. The trick to existence is to allow every experience of past and present or future to be on purpose. When you get to that place, to realize everything is on purpose, you are fulfilling your true self as the consciousness. It's difficult for the intellect says, well, it shouldn't be this way, or I did that wrong, or I should have done that. It's full of it, always. It's like an embodied critic that is telling you your failures, giving you shoulds or shouldn'ts. And to realize that is simply old programming. Because as a child, we become programmed. The people around us say, this is what life is, this is what's happening. Some people even say you're doomed. But when you can embrace the experience of the moment, you begin to realize that the highest good is taking place every moment. Now, the intellect says, well, how can this situation at this time be the highest good? It looks like the end is coming. Well, every end is a new beginning. Now, that's hard to accept. But when you measure the whole of your life, you see that everything that takes place is simply an opportunity to rise above. And you rise above it by owning it, not resisting it. We are kind of taught as a child to behave yourself, resist the temptation, resist the temptation. Simply saying, you resist the temptation to be yourself, to be who you are, to be life. We're so programmed, the body is so programmed that everything seems to work against you, reminding you of this, of that, or the other thing. But to embrace the moment is to know that the highest good is always taking place. And most likely the intellect will disagree with that. But it doesn't change what is taking place. We can look at the world, no matter how we resist or despise or are fearful, doesn't change a thing. All it does is use your energy. To be more creative is to allow the power that you are to begin to recognize a higher place to be. As in consciousness, you have the ability to create, but not through force, not through control, but through allowing. That is what is allowing the highest good to take place. When you realize that within yourself, There's so much information, so many possibilities. To access them is to let go. Because as long as you're holding on to something from the past, you can't move into the future. You become stuck. Not stuck in the moment, because that's present, but stuck in the intellect mind, making big deals out of little things. Oh, I know at the time it seemed like a big thing, but when you own it, you move beyond it, and you realize that every experience is part of this unfolding that we are experiencing as the consciousness. Can we own and embrace every experience of life? What we can say, the good, the bad, the ugly? The intellects, well, no, I don't want that. I don't want it to be ugly. I want it to be beautiful. Well, to see the beauty in every experience is an opportunity to become more of what you are as the consciousness. You rise above all the things around you, not by force, not by control, but by allowing. So, in a way, you begin to allow yourself more, to be more of your true self, to be more of what you are really at the core of your existence. Everyone is that, but very few people can allow it, realize that there's something more important than what's happening outside. We can say it's really an inside job, because within you lies this reservoir of energy, consciousness, presence, power. And as you learn to visualize or realize certain possibilities, that energy begins to bring them about. It's not a miracle, it's just a practical application of the energy. It's not magic, it's simply allowing. So we become, from the outside, look very magical, because one smiles in the face of adversary, one laughs at the calamities that take place, realizing everything is another step for us to take on our path in this life. Everything. No mistakes. Every experience pays. Every experience teaches. Every experience is part of the path. So, no regrets, no wishful thinking, no saying I should or I shouldn't. I did. I did. That was life. That was me. Life happening moment by moment. Not to be ashamed, not to be fearful, and not even to be boastful or bragging about it, because it's all the isness of life and what you are. I know it's difficult in these times to realize that this experience is part of the unfolding of life, and the intellect sees it as disaster. But when you realize that everything underlying all of it is the consciousness, it's not controlling, it's simply allowing. Then you begin to realize that allowing is the most powerful gift that you have, the most powerful thing to experience in this world, allowing. Because you live in the presence of reality itself. And you realize that the consciousness is not controlling, it's allowing. We like to say, well, dear consciousness, fix this. But that's of no avail. Consciousness doesn't fix things. It is energy, and it's up to you to make use of it. It's up to you to channel it in a way that you can understand and see hopeful, and see possible, and that's where it works. It's like you have an unlimited amount of energy, but it needs to be focused in something that's important to you as your true self, not the imagination, not the programming, not the beliefs. Because in our world, there are so many spiritual teachings, so many teachers that are telling this is what you do, that's what you do. It doesn't work. You do what you do because it comes within you, within the true self. You are the power of your beingness, and that is consciousness. You are the presence of life itself. That is the consciousness. Everything about life is empowered by true awareness and allowing. So you say, so what? Well, in a way, that's the best way to go. So what? This is happening. So what? Because we can say so what because we know that the highest good is taking place. That every experience is pain, is bringing about something. And the intellect makes judgments about that. It says, oh, this is awful. This is disaster. Well, on the outside, it may be. But what is inside? The inside is what's most important. The inside is the consciousness itself, creating itself moment by moment, unfolding, ever reaching higher and higher possibilities as we allow ourselves to be more of what life is, to allow it, to embrace it, to discover it. So in a way, we actually are on a great journey of unfolding, going where no one has gone before. That is the life, that is the presence, that is the beingness that we allow as the flowing of energy of life itself, the consciousness. Allow it, embrace it, discover it, play with it, enjoy it, do it, moment by moment.
Shantara says, thanks, Ishvara.
You're welcome.
And Todd sends a couple of hearts and says, thank you so much, Ishvara.
You're welcome.
And Johanna says, this is big and wonderful, moment to moment. Thank you, Ishvara. Much love.
Thank you.
Anna and Slava say, wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for being with us today, and thank you for your love and support, as I love and support you in being all you can be moment by moment.